Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel, the Luckystars community. Cat Star here with a new message. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't for those of you liking and sharing these videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers and to the channel members. Hey. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the second channel, That Wild Spark. That is the channel name. That Wild Spark. Go ahead and check it out. There is a new video that just went up. Now, this is a timeless reading. Timeless meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. But there is a new video that just went up on the second channel. So if you haven't already, go check it out. Like it, share it. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, of course, and to the second channel, That Wild Spark. You can get to it by putting that sign in front of That Wild Spark. There's a link down in the description box and or a link on the community tab. And I got to share that again. Oh, I think I did, because there was a video that just went out. Anyways, whew. All right, y'all. I have been in a very lazy energy, a procrastination energy, if you will. I have just wanted to Netflix and chill all day. And so I'm getting these videos recorded a little bit late. But I guess that's same better late than never kind of thing, right? We're just going to get a few cards out here and see what message needs to come out for you. Interesting. All right. Last card here is the Fool. Potential for somebody charming coming in. Ooh, let's see. All right. All right. Okay. All right, so you have what you allow will continue. So some of you are settling just straight out the gate, okay? The truth's got to come out. The truth will set you free, all right? Some of you, what you allow will continue. So what is it that you're allowing? What continues to show up? What is it that you are unhappy about or that doesn't float your boat? Are you setting boundaries around it? Are you standing up and being like, no more, not okay with this? Or are you allowing it to continue? We teach people how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. So are you allowing for certain things? Are you okay with certain things? Or are you complaining and upset about them, but still allowing it to come through? This is kind of a big thing coming through here because, you know, it's something that many of us do, and a lot of times we don't even realize we're doing it, okay? So Spirit's like, you know, is this something that you're allowing? Or what is it that you're allowing to continue? Because it will continue as long as you allow it. And if you're having a hard time understanding or noticing what it is that you're allowing to continue, just notice what keeps showing up that pisses you off or irritates you. That's your answer right there, okay? Because you also have the Seven of Cups coming through here. So with that Seven of Cups, there's a lot of potential things that keep showing up, okay? That are pulling at your emotional strings, potentially your heartstrings, right? There's this energy of having so many different things, and you're like, okay, is it this one that I don't want anymore? Is it this one that I want to create a boundary around? Am I not going to allow this anymore? Right? There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of things that have been showing up that maybe you're not even paying attention to, or you're like, oh, well, that's just that person. Oh, that's just our dynamic. Oh, that's just how it's always been. Oh, that's us, right? That kind of energy. But as long as you keep letting it happen, as long as it keeps showing up, it's almost like that energy of the cups and like moving the cups around. Like, which one is it? Which one's it going to be? Is it going to be this one that I decide I won't allow anymore? Or will it be that one? Where's the ball? Is it under here? Is it under there? It's kind of like that energy coming through. You have a lot of things that have been showing up for you to, you know, pay attention to, take a look at, decide, make boundaries around. Yet some of you are kind of still dumbfounded is the word that Spirit's putting through here. Now, don't shoot the messenger, but and if you continue to allow it, you're going to keep getting that, okay? So Spirit being pretty stern with you here And just letting you know, listen, as long as you keep allowing this, or what you continue to allow will continue to happen. It's almost as if there's an illusion that some of you are holding, that if you maybe just ignore it or pretend it's not happening, that it won't continue. But that's not the case here. Okay, so it's time to take a look, be honest, and make some decisions and set some boundaries up. Okay, because if you're continually complaining and acting kind of aloof, which can be a characteristic kind of Aquarius sometimes, but acting like it's not happening, or what have you, it's not going to get any better. Okay, it's not going to get any better. So Spirit sternly is like, yeah. Now also the next one you have is let go of a past version of yourself. So some of you are continuing to allow certain things to happen because a past version of you would have allowed it. Okay, you don't live there no more. You're not that person anymore. That past version went through so many things, had experiences, had adventures, had challenges, had struggles, had triumphs, that sort of thing, right? You've learned so much, you've grown, you don't live there anymore. So let go of that past version of yourself. Let go. That's not who you are anymore. It's not who you were ever meant to be. You were meant to go through whatever you were meant to go through to get to the next level that you're at now. Okay, so if you're allowing stuff to continue because that past version of yourself would allow it, and you had so many things, right? Maybe you had a lot of choices or options in the past and you don't feel like you have those anymore, or you're afraid that you won't have them anymore if you set boundaries, or if you decide that this isn't going to work anymore, that's not going to work anymore, I'm not going to allow that anymore. Maybe there's that concern. The past version of you isn't the one that you were meant to be. And even this current version of you is going to level up very soon. But it's time to let go of that past version. It's time to let go of the past altogether, whatever it may be, whatever it was that you were allowing, or even what you're continuing to allow. And let me just kind of give you a little bit of this could almost be even a shock factor kind of thing. The version of you just even a few minutes ago is also a past version. Okay, so you can make a decision, you can make new choices, you can set boundaries, you can, right, move into a new space and become a new version of yourself right here in this moment, and in this moment, and in this moment, and continue as you move forward. Okay, but we have to let go, we have to make space for that. Now with that, you have the Four of Pentacles coming through here. Now isn't that interesting? Because the Four of Pentacles energy can be an energy of being very stingy, being very possessive, right? Holding on to things, hoarding things. Okay, a lot of times it can be money, but it can also be that past version of yourself, or things that you allow to come in, or that potential fear, right? Holding so closely because you're afraid to make decisions or choices, or you're afraid to set boundaries, or you're afraid of what choices or decisions might no longer be there if you make a choice, or if you set a boundary, right? So this is, Spirit is being stern, but lining this up perfectly. Okay, lining this up perfectly. There is that energy of really having almost the stinginess, holding on to that past version of yourself, and or memories, and or whatever it may be, whatever it is that you've been allowing, whatever you've been holding on to, in this almost possessive, stingy energy, like hoarding it, and then complaining that life's not getting better. Spirit's like, sternly, like, no, what else? I mean, if this is the kind of energy that's coming in, or around you, or that you are continuing to allow or holding on to, what do you expect? Okay, what would you expect to happen? All right, now the next one you have is, once you know, there's no going back. So see, now this energy comes through, this message comes through, and Spirit's like, now that you know this, you can't go back. Okay, you can't go back. You can't pretend that you don't know this anymore, right? It's like that, once you know kind of energy, right? There's no way back. You can't go back and then be like, oh, but I still want to hold on to that version of myself. I mean, you can, but now that you know, you're going to start to see what you're allowing. You're going to start to see the choices, the decisions that you're making. You're going to start to see where you're hoarding or holding on to, right? And why that past version of yourself, or those situations, those issues, those struggles, those whatever it is, keep showing up, is because you keep making the same choices, or you keep hoarding, or you keep holding on to, or you're not making boundaries, or whatever it may be, you're continuing to allow it. That's why it keeps showing up. Now, you can't pretend that you don't know that that's why it's happening. You just can't go back once you know, okay? That doesn't mean you can't ignore it. It doesn't mean you can't continue to be in that space, but it will be much more difficult, okay? It will be much more difficult for you. It's almost as if you're just going to have like I don't know why I'm seeing this. It's like you're going to have the little angel on one shoulder and the little devil on the other shoulder. And it's going to be like, okay, Aquarius, well, you know this and this and this and this. What are you going to decide? Okay. And some of you will actually be shocked at the choices that you make, because some of you will still choose the devil. Okay. And there's not a right or wrong. It's just this energy that Spirit's putting through here, where it's like, Aquarius, you complain about, you say you want, you this, you that, da 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 da, and yet you're still holding on to a past version of yourself. You're still hoarding kind of that energy. You're still allowing that to come through. You're still, not putting the boundaries or making choices or decisions or what have you, right? You're allowing it to come through, and you know better, but you're still choosing the devil. Okay. There's no going back. You see it, you know it, right? And still making choices or decisions. For some of you, for the others of you, you're going to move into that energy of making new decisions. But with the Knight of Cups here, some of you are charmed by this. Okay. I'm almost seeing like the snake coming out of the basket, like the person blowing the horn or whatever it is, and it's like the snake comes out of the basket, and it's almost like hypnotizing. Some of you are almost hypnotized to stay, or charmed, right, with this Knight of Cups, to stay in this energy. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy is what's coming through here, right? And there's no going back to not seeing, not knowing, not hearing, not being, right, accountable for it. You totally, but you still, some of you are still being charmed by that. It's almost as if that victim mentality, again, don't shoot the messengers, the message is coming through, and Spirit is being stern, as we've already discussed. It's almost like that victim mentality is where you want to stay, because you get secondary gain from it. It's almost as if you gain so much that it's charming, it's alluring, it kind of pulls you in, okay? But for those of you that decide on the other way, or choose that angel on the shoulder instead of that devil, there is a new beginning that is ready to come through, okay? There is a new beginning, but you have to take the leap into this new energy, into this new space. You have to let all of this go, okay? All of this go, and allow yourself to be charmed in a new way, okay? Because the Fool, this is a new beginning. This new beginning wants to come through. There's this energy of wonder, of freedom, of having this just be spontaneous. For some of you, there isn't even an element of spontaneity, because you are so used to replaying the same things over and over and over again. But the Fool is here. So for those of you that are ready to take a leap, for those of you that are ready to jump right out of this old pattern, to stop choosing the same thing over and over, or allowing or keeping that past version alive, or being, kind of hoarding, or even being greedy, right? Because of that secondary gain, or that charm that you feel that comes through. It's almost as if you feel like people show up, but it's not in the way you want, but you'll take it because it's there, okay? But once you begin to make new decisions, the people that show up, even how you show up for yourself, what you allow, the boundaries that are there, the new version of yourself, that's one that you will never want to go back from. And once you make that decision, once you take the leap, you continue to move forward into a new adventure, into a new beginning, into that spirit of really being shocked, but in a new way, in an empowering way, in a beneficial way, in a way that really feels as if you are just like, dang, I'm really living this life. I'm really doing this. I've let go of all of this. I know this now. I'm not being charmed by that anymore. I'm not being kind of swept off my feet by all that past stuff, or holding on to all that past stuff and then being like, oh, well, getting swept away with it all the time. and that kind of victim mentality. Now I'm getting swept into this new beautiful energy, this new beginning, feeling like a free spirit. And there's a lot of spontaneous energy around me that I adore, that I'm ready for, that I've been ready for, and that I've been complaining wasn't there. And now, because I've taken the leap, because I've made a new decision, because I made a choice, it's here, right? And now you get to continue to move forward. It doesn't mean you can't move forward, but when you're holding on to a past version of yourself, it's difficult to move into or take a leap into a new beginning or into kind of that freedom, right? When this is all holding you back, Spirit's like, no, you've got to let that go so that you can move forward. Okay, so this is about moving forward. This message coming through here. Pretty stern energy coming through, but if you're allowing yourself to be charmed by the snake, there's a potential you're going to get bit. Okay, that's what Spirit's here. Yeah, at the end. All right, Aquarius. Whew, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. What are you waiting for? You know you want to subscribe. You're here anyway. You're watching the video, so go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below. Also, if you haven't checked out the membership area, there are 3 different levels. Go ahead and check that out. There should be a join button down by the subscribe button. But for those of you that the join button doesn't show up for, there is a link to the membership area down in the description box. Also, check out the second channel, That Wild Spark. There are new videos uploaded over there at least twice a week. And there is a new video at the time of this video going live, hopefully, in a timely manner. So go check it out, like the videos, share the videos. Let's get that channel growing as well, and subscribe over there as well. You are more than welcome on both channels. We would love to have you. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.